Hello, Sixes. I hope you had a lovely month so far. This is your life path number reading for the month or for the 4-week period of December 17th through January 17th. I am Morgana Braid, High Priestess of Maiden Circle Coven and Academy. And if you'd like to learn more about Maiden Circle, you can check out the links in the description. And also, if you'd like a private reading, there are also links down there for that. And you can learn anything else you want about me in the description and about your own number. Let's see. I am Morgana Braid, like I said, and if you are new to the channel, life path numbers are very, very important, I feel, to our development and to how we interact with the world. Of course, this is a general reading, so it won't resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, I would recommend that you check your birth chart and your name chart and see if there's a number that shows up more frequently, and then go check out the reading for that particular number when it's up and see if that resonates with you a little bit more. And so I think our numbers have a lot of effect on the way we exist in the world. So I think that's very important. Even if you're not into numerology so much, I think it's important to know your personal numbers, your name number, your birth number, your life path number, your birth chart and your name chart. It's important to know these things, I think. And so let's get started. As you can see, this is a live reading, and I'm just doing this so that we can kind of cut back on time, because when I edit the videos, when I record the videos in advance, I have to edit them, because then there are sounds, like I'm sure you can hear the fan of my computer, and sometimes you might hear sirens, sometimes you might hear like my cat going crazy or things happening in the background. And I try my best to make sure I'm in a quiet environment when I'm reading, but if I'm not, I usually will edit those sounds out so that it's still quiet and peaceful, and there's usually like music and all that stuff, but we didn't have that this time because I just want to save us some time. And I also, as you can see, put the cards out already, because that also takes up time, and these readings were turning out to be like 40 minutes to an hour as opposed to approximately 20 minutes to 30 minutes, which is what they end up being now. So now that we've got all that established, now that you know why we're doing it live, take a deep breath, get yourself in that place where you are ready to receive these messages, where you're connecting with your higher self, with those beings and deities and spirits that guide you and connect you and brought you here to this reading. Because even if you don't 100% resonate with you, there's probably something here that you are meant to hear, that you're meant to take in. Okay, and if you do resonate with this particular card, then there's a huge chance you're going to resonate with the rest more. If you don't resonate with it, that doesn't mean you're not going to resonate with the rest. It just means you're more likely to if you do. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started by asking for your overall energy for this 4-week period. For the 4-week period of December 17th through January 17th, what is the overall guiding energy for those with a life path number of 6? For December 17th, 2019 to January 17th, 2020, what is the overall guiding energy for those with a life path number of 6? Please, I am asking our higher selves, I am asking deity, I am asking my spiritual guides and theirs to connect in the ether and bring these messages through this die, through my hands, through these cards. Please, what is the overall guiding message for those individuals who are here with a life path number of 6 for the month or the 4-week period of December 17th to January 17th? You have a 1. So I usually look at the number that I see on top, and you have a 1. Are you helping in this situation, 6? Or are your efforts creating more problems than they're solving? So as you probably already know, being a 6, you're probably the kind of person who always wants to help people. Like if someone tells you there's a problem, you will jump up and immediately try to fix it. This is saying, are you actually fixing it? Are you actually fixing it, or are you getting in the way? Are you fixing it, or are you annoying someone? Are you fixing it, or are you stopping someone from being able to do their own thing, right? So really reassess whether or not you're actually helping people by trying to help, by what you're doing. And I know your instincts, your not your instincts, but your intentions are probably very good. It's probably to do something positive, but sometimes we get in the way. So really be aware of that for this next 4-week period. Let's see what your direct message is. This is your direct guiding message for the next 4 weeks, December 17th. Inner trust. Trust yourself. Trust that you know when to walk away, and trust that you know whether or not your help is actually valid. I'm going to drink a little bit of water. Lovely. So trust that you know whether or not your help is valid, whether or not you're able to, I don't know. I'm gonna look at the book here and just give you a little bit of a read there, because for some reason I feel that is what needs to be done. And so that is what will be done. Though it may be cloaked and hidden, within you lies natural magnificence, vibrancy, and true uniqueness. The harder this is for you to believe, the more growth this oracle is offering you now. Your opportunity for growth lies in letting go of the need to hide yourself from the world and to let go of any doubts about the wonder of what lies within you. This oracle brings you the message that it's time for you to trust yourself and let the real inner you out from behind the veil. You're being assured that you can trust your intuition and your own sense of things. Sometimes that sense will be love, and you'll open your heart and move easily towards the source of that love, whether it's another person, a new career path, a project you care deeply about and want to pursue, or a spiritual or creative practice that you're keen to explore. Sometimes what you sense will be more challenging than this, and will ask something different of you. It might be that you sense fear and sabotage lurking within someone's intentions or in the situations around you. This oracle asks you to trust yourself to find the most authentic and self-loving way to deal with that. Perhaps you have drawn this card because you are unnecessarily holding yourself back out of fear or a lack of belief in your ability to support and care for yourself, or in the importance of your need for self-expression in your relationships. The oracle of inner trust comes to you with this guidance. You know what you're doing. You have enough wisdom and intuition to be able to place yourself more fully in the world, to take steps to unhide yourself. Even if you feel you have no clue about what is happening at a broader level in your life, even if you can't quite see the whole picture of what is taking place within or around you, you still have all the wisdom and intuitive ability you need to take one step at a time and navigate your way through absolutely anything that life brings to your door. If you have been thinking of taking a leap of faith and doing things differently, whether in your personal life or your creative work, then this oracle brings a particular message to trust your instincts and go for it. This oracle comes at a time when the patterns of your life are shifting. You can take advantage of the shift and leap into an entirely new level of consciousness and experience. This is not a time for self-doubt or playing small. It is a time to get in touch with the courage, boldness, and daredevil within, and to take that step, big or small, into the future that is beckoning you forward. You have the wings to fly. Sometimes we don't realize it until we leap over the edge of what we have known and begin to soar into a new life. Okay, so this is the book, Sacred Rebels Guidebook. I would check it out because each of the messages also come with a healing process message. So it's like a little meditation or prayer or gift for you to do for yourself that I would recommend checking out. And yeah, basically, trust yourself. That's what the inner trust card is saying. Trust yourself, trust that you know the right way to do. And if you're doing something that's not really helping the situation and causing more problems, trust yourself to be able to step away, right? So let's see what's going on in your soul. This is what your soul is trying to bring to the surface for you over this next 4 weeks. And you have Tempest. So patience, taking your time, resting. Your soul, I think, is in this alchemical stage where you are creating something out of something else. So, again, I think that also goes back to that inner trust, is knowing when to change from one state of being to another. Knowing when to drop something that you've been focused on, or I keep going back to this idea that you've been helping a situation, to drop that attempt to help the situation and trust that you can do something different, right? So your soul, I think, is going through this alchemical change. It's going through this shift, and maybe you haven't reached the most solid place that you could be in just yet spiritually, but I do think there's like an enlightenment and awakening. There's like your third eye might be opening up too. you're starting to realize things a lot more clearly, and these realizations are coming from your spirit. They're not just ego, they're not just the mind, they're coming from your spirit. You're opening up and realizing a lot more about the situation than you knew before, and starting to really transform the way you interact with this situation or the way you deal with these things. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your heart and mind. What is going on in the subconscious level for you? 8 of Coins. So you're feeling very, I think, studious. You're like like I said, you realize that what you're doing isn't helping the situation, so you have to trust yourself and make a change. You're in the stage where you're trying to understand this change or learn how to make this change. Like I said, spiritually, you're getting this inspiration. So now you're trying to figure out the best way to approach this situation, the best way to actually help yourself. The Eight of Cords also, Eight of Cords, Eight of Coins also tends to tell you to be careful of going too far into that. Like don't study so hard that you're not paying attention to anything else. Don't focus so hard on trying to get everything right or trying to understand everything that you're missing crucial information about the situation, about the problem, or about the issue at hand. Really try to keep your eyes open as you're trying to learn, as you're trying to understand the situation. Whenever I see this particular Eight of Coins too, I often think there's this like kind of almost a power dynamic. Like sometimes I think it's very kinky. Sometimes I think, it's like the spank me daddy energy. But here I feel like this is more of a teacher student thing. So maybe you're reaching out to someone who you want to either learn from or teach. Maybe you're trying to teach someone and they don't really need that guidance. Maybe someone else is trying to guide you and you don't really need that guidance. It's not really helping you out. But whatever it is, I feel that there's this teacher student energy and you're studying very hard. Maybe that's not necessarily what you need to be doing. Let's see what's going on in your physical energy. And we're going to find out more about this card a little bit later because I do feel like I need to touch on that again. But let's see what's going on in your physical energy. So this could be your finances, your relationships, your career, your health, your home life. This is the energy surrounding you on the physical, earthly, mundane plane for December 17th through January 17th. And you have the Valet of Swords. So yeah, I think you're moving into a new process of thought. Like you're really rethinking the way you've been trying to handle situations in the past. You're learning something new, and you're taking that newness in your physical life and moving it towards a specific goal. You're moving it towards there's just something that you're trying to communicate or something that you're trying to like make clear, whether it's about yourself or about another situation. It's just something you're trying to really clarify for yourself or for other people before you take the next step. So I think there's this, like I said, there's this kind of patient waiting energy. This is all very like waiting energy. So like your soul is in this patient place where you're like ready to transform something, you're ready to make a new change, but you're still learning, you're still studying, you're still preparing yourself, and you're still trying to get clarity even in the physical world on what step to take next. But I don't think you've taken any action just yet. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your support message. So whoever you pray to or call on, whether you're happy or sad or giving thanks or asking for assistance, that is who's trying to send you this message of support. So let's see what your support message is for December 17th through January 17th. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Okay, so that ties back into that kind of power dynamic energy. Like you're giving in to something instead of trying to force. Maybe what you've been trying to do to help a situation has actually just been trying to force things to work out, and it's telling you to take that step back and slow down and really, really think about where you want to go next before you try to force things. I am the dreamer of my dream. And I think there's a message of listening to your dreams here, a message of like really listening to, and it could be like your dreams as in your goals, and you're trying to figure that out. So you're working on getting clarity. Like maybe some of you are going to school and you're studying something that you really think is the next step for you, but you're not really totally clear on that just yet. There's something keeping you from saying, yes, that's exactly what I want. And that's what your physical energy, something's going to show you that clarity, right? Something, I think, physically in your life, because this is that energy, is going to come to you and like is going to spark clarity for you. And it could happen in your dreams, but it could also happen just based on something that you're dreaming about. But either way, let go of trying to control or trying to make things come out a certain way. Let go of trying to help the situation along, and really just focus on understanding your goals and understanding your transition through this life, and what like, be calm, be patient, and understanding like where you want to go, as opposed to like surrender, let go and understand where you want to go and what you want to do, but don't try to control it, I guess, if that makes any sense. So let's see what your closing remarks are. Usually this is like the past, but this could be where you are now, or where you're standing, or what you've gone through, and where you end up now, and where you're going. This could also be where you are now. So let's see what your messages are in your closing remarks. The Sun. Okay, so you started with a lot of positivity, a lot of gung-ho energy, a lot of goals. You took some leap of faith, and you had like a lot of dreams. Yeah, so I don't think, like, this is very positive actually. Like, where you have been in the past is leading you somewhere very positive so far, because you had a lot of like positive energy to start with. Like, you had expectations, you had hopes. The universe was lining up for you and saying, hey, do this, and you did it, and it was a yes. It was like, yes, this is the right path, I'm doing the right thing, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm going after what I need to go after. And you took a leap of faith because you didn't necessarily know everything. So you were just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go, I'm going to let it happen and see what happens. And you got to something very nice, I think. I think now you're at this position where you're kind of in this grass is greener. Like, you did all this and you took a leap of faith and you got something nice and positive, but now you're like, what can I do that's better? What can I have that's better? What's out there that's more for me? Or like, what you have isn't necessarily what you expected it to be, and now you're daydreaming about all these other things. And so again, we get that energy of dreams. You're daydreaming, you're hoping for something else out there, and maybe even being offered that, because the Four Cups also represents an offer. Someone could be offering something good to you, or someone did offer something good to you, something beautiful. And let's see where it went. Seven of Pentacles. So now you're at this assessment stage, because you're feeling called to move towards something new and big and beautiful. So we have the Knight of Swords as your ending card, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you had something very positive, a goal or an idea or a dream or a plan, and you jumped at it because the universe said yes, go for it. And you said, okay, fine, and you jumped at it, and it was nice, and you didn't land anywhere bad. But be careful here, because now you're daydreaming about all the other stuff you can have, and there's the risk of someone coming in and taking, someone or something, an energy maybe, coming in and taking what you already have, because you're so focused on what you could have in the future. You're at risk of losing what is there for you now. Six. So really slow down and look at all this abundance, or all this positive energy that you've developed, all the stuff that you've done over the years, to get to where you are, and really slow down and say, okay, is what I'm doing now still helping? Is what I'm doing now still what I need to be doing, or is there something else I need to be doing? And you're gonna know, like, you're gonna feel the call to do something else. And I feel like it's going to be very positive, because we have all these dancing people down here. I don't know if you can see them, but it's like people are dancing under the horn. And so I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be something that's going to come to you with ease. Like, once you sit down and acknowledge that you have to take this new step, knowing how to do that is going to come to you with ease, and you're going to feel like you're going to have that similar energy to where you started, right? To that positive Sun and Ace of Wands energy. It's going to be that again, I think. Only this time you're going to know a little bit more about where you're going, and then you're going to go for it. Be careful of being obsessed about something. Be careful of focusing too much on one thing and missing out on the other. That's why that Seven of Pentacles is there, to slow you down, so that you can reassess, because wands are really, really fast. So really be careful of going too fast into this. But when you know, and when you're in it, and when everything has lined up, you are going to be moving forward pretty quickly in this, and it's going to be very positive, I think. You're going to have a new goal. You're going to have a passion, and that's what I'm seeing the most, is that you're going to have a real passion. Like, whatever you were doing before, it was something that you liked, that was good for you, but it may not have spoken to your passion. It may not have actually been helping you, and that's why your soul is in this place where it's like, okay, slow down, think about this. Let's see how we can change things for the better. Let's see what we can learn and understand about what we've already done, about the situation we've been in, and be really clear about where we want to go so that we know exactly what we want to manifest. So we're not just daydreaming about what could be better or what could be bigger. And if there is an offer coming for you, then you have to slow down and really think about that offer and really read the contract, read the fine print, and understand this offer very deeply and clearly before you take that next step. So I don't see you guys really jumping into anything in the next 4 weeks, but I do see you preparing and understanding and learning, maybe getting new contracts, new um, possible projects, new ideas, new offers that you're going to really have to sit down and think about, and maybe call a lawyer to understand. And don't jump on any choices, because and even if like you're feeling like, oh, I have to make a choice really fast because other people are involved, don't worry about that. That won't help you. Okay, right now you really need to slow down. Right now you really need to make a decision, and then be very, very clear on what you're trying to bring into your life and what direction you're trying to go in, because otherwise you're very at risk of losing all the positivity that you've already built up in your life. Okay, so that is your mess, and like that's important. I really hope that this like sticks, or is a good message for all the sixes out there, because I think it's important that we reassess and that we know. And I think you're on a very positive path, and it's important for me too, because like my partner is a six, so I hope this resonates with him too. But thank you. Thank you so much for being here, sixes. I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the support that you give to the channel, that you give to my Facebook. Please like, subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, still please say hi. I mean, obviously, if you want to. If you don't want to say hi, then I can't force you. But let me know that you're there, and let me know how this next 4 weeks play out for you. So we can kind of just see where you went and what your progress is like. Thank you again for being here. I will see you next time in your pick a card and in our next 2020 reading, and next month for your next life path reading. Thank you again. Please always remember that I love you, and take care, sixes. Bye.